it's me again. So this week's, first off, I'm Rico, in case y'all forgot. And this week's topic is, I think it's inner beauty, internal beauty, and what does it mean, something like that. Anyway, inner beauty, got that part. So, to me, you ever heard, I'm not going to say old folks, because I'm almost one of them old folks, but you ever heard the older generation, like your grandmother and them say, if you ugly on the inside, you're ugly on the outside? That's inner beauty. And it's very, very, very true. I mean, you could have some beautiful, gorgeous, sexy, fine, attractive, one-way model type people in the world. But they could have the nastiest attitude, and it makes you look at them in a whole new light. Then you could have people like the ugly duckling. Like, you ever seen somebody who has a kid, teenager? Sometimes kids, and I hate to use the word ugly anyway, but sometimes children cannot be so attractive, and then may grow up to be a teenager who's attractive. Or you have some people who go through a lot of life of being unattractive, and then one day you see them and they're attractive. And what I think happens is, because some of these people have a beautiful soul, at some point in life, that soul comes out of their body, and it shows for the world to see. And to me, inner beauty is actually your heart, your mind, and your soul. If you have a good heart, it's going to show through. I don't care if you're going to look like, let me see, um, you can look like the Incredible Hulk, but if you have, that wasn't good, but I don't know. But you could have a beautiful heart and not be the most attractive person in the world, but your heart is going to make you very attractive to a lot of people. And people who have beautiful hearts are even more approachable. Um, Looks come and go, but your heart's going to always be there no matter what. If you have a good heart, you're going to have it. Sometimes people can change your heart and make you into an ugly person, but that's another video, another time, another topic. But inner beauty is just what it is. It's what's inside of you. It's what you believe in. It's what you have inside of you. It's how you treat people. It's the things you say to people. You can say something to somebody. You can say something to somebody, and it can be so ugly. You could write something down. It could be so ugly. Last week our topic was the pros and cons of Twitter. Let's jump back to that for a minute. You can say something to somebody on Twitter, and it can make you so unattractive. So unattractive. I mean, you even have these people who hide behind computers because they don't think they're attractive, and they say some horrible things to people. Then you have people who hide behind computers because they think they're unattractive. What did I just say? My mind's all over the place this week, but and this is supposed to be a straight video with no editing. Um, God. So we shooting from the hip, and that's just what y'all getting. You could have somebody. There are people who sit behind a computer and they're unattractive, and they say horrible things to people. Because they don't have any inner beauty. They're not confident in themselves. They don't have confidence in themselves. They don't believe in themselves. They don't. So they want to tear everybody else down. And there are some people who think that they're unattractive, but they hide because they don't think they have inner beauty. But when you speak to them, they can be the most beautiful person in the world. I mean, believe it or not, and I've said this on my channel, I don't think I'm the most attractive person in the world. I've gotten to a point where now that I know that I'm not ugly, but there was a point in my life when I thought I was hideous looking. And I mean that I thought I was hideous for so many different reasons, but inner beauty is what you have inside. And when your inner beauty shows through, as you go through life and get older, that's what people see as the inner beauty. They don't see all of this. Um, there was an episode on Grey's Anatomy one time where this guy was getting a face transplant, and he, like I was saying, behind the computer, he had these friends, these three friends. His face was like just screwed up on his eye. His mouth was like wide open and everything. Um, he had these three friends who he met online, and they were like buddies or whatever, and they had planned to go on trips and stuff, but he had never met them because he was afraid of how he looked. But they thought that he was beautiful, so he had made plans for them to come see him after he had his surgery, his face transplant. Well, they decided to surprise him, and they came like a day early or 2 days early, something. Well, they came before the surgery, basically. And when they walked in the room, he just went berserk because he turned his head. This side of his face was the side that was messed up, so he turned his head and he just like pushed him away, and they left or whatever. And the nurses talked to him, whatever. Of course, this is the whole episode. It was only an hour episode, of course. So they came back in the room, and he was like he apologized, but he was saying he didn't want them to see him like this because his face is so ugly, and what if the face plans didn't take. And he called himself a bunch of ugly names or whatever. And one of the people was a black woman, and she leaned down and kissed him, and she said, "Don't talk about my friend like that. My friend is beautiful." Everybody is not going to be beautiful. It's what's on the inside that counts the most. It's what's on the inside that's going to get you through life. It's what's on the inside that's going to show through when you're 60 years old. If you live to be 60, because sometimes if you don't have inner beauty, you're not going to make it to see 60. You might not make it to see 40. That is why you must treat people right. I'm going to a whole nother realm. Treat people right. Treat people how you want to be treated. Treat people with respect. Give people respect. Just because they don't look like who am I trying to say, Holly Berry, or um, who else is fine? Trey Songz. Ow! But use common sense. Treat somebody the way you want to be treated. Just because they're not as attractive as you are doesn't give you the right to downplay their looks or talk to them like they're beneath you, because nobody is beneath you, because what goes up comes back down. I'm in this video now. And to the rest of my partners with y'all little intros on y'all videos, I'm mad at y'all. So I gotta do an intro now. Anyway, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next week. I'm Rico, Mr. Tuesday. Inner beauty is inside your heart. If you got a good heart, it's always gonna show through. See y'all.